Hi, Striglines. In this video, we're going to cover inserting summary functions in Excel. In particular, there's a couple here where you can do the median, mode, or mean in Excel. And what I typically do is here, I've actually put in the formula in Excel to look at the certain range, right? And I'm inserting the formula. And in AutoHotkey, that's actually what I often do is I want to have the formula there, so I will automate inserting this formula here, so later, if I want to change the range it's used or whatnot, or anyone using it, they can easily change it, right? But sometimes you just actually want to know the number. And so in AutoHotkey, you can actually call via COM the function, worksheet function, and here I'm calling the worksheet function median, and I'm applying it to a given range I'm feeding to it. You can read more about this. I put two links here. This is the overall worksheet functions. It looked like hundreds of them. And then, yeah, I got to get on that. All right. And then the average, they say average, but it's really averages are considered the mean, median, or mode in statistics, which confuses me because, of course, most people think of the average as the average, not the median or mode. But here you can look at this. I actually took an interesting path down this. I think there's some interesting learnings here. So first off, of course, I'm going to get my handle to Excel, and then I wrote a little function here, and I hard-coded into the title median. I feed it my pointer, and I feed it the range, right? And so these get passed to it, and I'm returning the value, which is why it comes back here. And so when I run this, yeah, I can just run it, hit my hotkey, and it comes up with 2.0000, right? That's out of here, and of course if I change this, the median would probably change. All said and good, the thing is, of course, this would mean I would have to have 3 different functions if I wanted, so I would have to replicate this again. Let's take the whole thing here, and I'm going to put in mean, and I'd have to change the name of it. Mean, so that way I would have, now I have a function for my doing means, right? But what dawned on me was, it would really be great if I could, instead of doing that, what if I could tweak my original script function up here to pass a parameter that is what I want it to do, right? And then let's stick with median just since we're on it. Median. Now this, of course, because I'm literally going to pass this to the function, it has to literally be exactly what it is, because otherwise Excel wouldn't know how to interpret it, right? But here's the thing. Every way I tried this, where I would put in, like, let's just say, oh, I'm sorry, this would be, I have to add it down here into my function. So that'll be my summary variable. And in this case, I'm passing it median, but that would get put into here. And whether I put it in here, something like this, well, that doesn't, and this space, of course, here wouldn't work. But that doesn't work. I tried wrapping it in, like, parens, and escaping quotes and this and that. None of that worked. So I reached out to Maestrith, the author of AutoHotkey Studio, and he actually showed me how he solved it in the past, not this particular issue, but how you get around it. And what you do is you, let me go ahead and bring up the solution here. What you do is you first create a pointer like to what you're doing. I'll put it above all that. Here we go. Okay. So this is my new function that actually, let me comment these out. Oh. There we go. So now I have, and I call them averages, but probably summary variable would be a better description of it. But where I'm passing it, here's still my handle, here's the range I'm going to pass to it, and here is the summary variable, which is dynamic, and I can put in any of these words, right? And I pass it to it, and here's the trick. So basically, you first create a pointer to the worksheet function method, and store it in some sort of a variable. And then, when you do that, you can actually pump in your variable dynamically, and it will work. So, let's see, I have A1 to H1, and let's actually put in here median, average, oops, and mode. So now I'm going to save this and reload it. Again, I'm repurposing this exact same function, and when I run it, I'm going to get the median, the average, and the mode, right? So that's a great easy way to, now I can just keep one function and pass it a parameter. And of course, this is highly adaptable to whatever it is you're doing, right? I can change any of the methods. I just have to create a pointer to them first. So that was it. It's a great way to make your code more dynamic and easily updatable. The other thing I'd like to point out is I ran into an issue on this, and I couldn't understand what was going on until I figured out. Let me delete all of this, and it'll actually be pretty clear here. So what if I put in 1, oops, not there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so for median will work fine, but what is the mode of that? And so I'm going to comment those out and just run the mode. So the mode doesn't come back. But what if I get rid of this try here? So I'm going to try rerun it and run it, and I was getting this error, unable to get mode property, blah blah blah, and I thought I was doing something wrong. Well, if they're all individual, there is no one that is more present. Mode is of course the most frequently found value, and there is no mode. And so what I had to do to solve that was put in a try here, and that way if it does run, it won't return anything. And here, let's see if I'm sure, because it's the same function, right? I'm going to change this to mode, and it comes back it's not applicable. But if I put in like 2 2s, now 2 is the mode. So anyway, it's good to put in a try there. There is a I noticed there's like an I forget if it was if mean and if mode and if average, and you can put conditions, and so that if you want to have a positive value or something, that there's built-in things to help. But that's how I avoided having that error box where my script returns an error. What I should have put down there was really put an except there. So try that, and if it doesn't work, return back and says could not be determined, something like that. Anyway, hope that helps. Thanks.